My name is Kareem and I'm going to teach you F2L. Let's start the video. Okay, so what is F2L? So for me in the beginning it was really confusing and I didn't understand what all these terms meant. I've been cubing now for 7 months, so I had to figure out a lot. But basically you have different ways to solve a cube. So you have the beginners method, which most of the beginners use, of course. Then you have the CFOP method, that's also really popular. And you also got RU and ZZ. But today we're gonna focus on F2L, and that's part of the CFOP method. So CFOP stands for cross, F2L, OLL and PLL. So those are the different stages of solving a cube. So first you make a cross on the bottom, then you're going to make the first 2 layers. OLL stands for the orientation of the last layer, so the top layer, and then PLL stands for the permutation of the last layer. So with the beginners method, what you do is you insert the corner first, and then you're going to do the second layer after you've done all the corners, and you're going to insert all the edges. So the advantage that you have with F2L is that you bring in the edge and the corner in at the same time. So this saves a lot of time solving the cube, because you're gonna pair them up and insert them at the same time. So how this works was really confusing for me in the beginning, because there are a lot of videos on YouTube and they talk about pairing up and hide the corner and move over the edge and blah blah blah. And it was really confusing for me, so hopefully if I explain it correctly in this video, it will be a lot more clear for you guys to understand what it is and how it works. Okay, so I already explained it a little bit, so now let's have a closer look at how F2L works. Let's first make a cross, okay? So I'm first making a cross, just real quick. Okay, so we got a cross on the bottom. So once you've done the cross, it's time to do the first 2 layers. We have the green-orange pair, but it's in the wrong place, as you can see, because it's between the blue and the red, and it needs to be right here between green and orange. So this is a very simple case because they're already attached to each other. So all you need to do is take them out, then bring the cross back together, and now you got this pair right here on the side, okay? So what you're going to do is this. You're going to bring it over to the green and orange corner, because this is green and orange, of course. So you're gonna bring it over, then move this part up, and insert the pair and bring it back down. So now you can see it matches with this side, and the bottom. Just look at the 2 pieces that belong together. So in this case, let's use this one, the red, blue, and here also red, blue, with white on the bottom. So then you're going to look on the side, you see blue here, red here. So here between blue and red needs to go the blue and red piece. Here on the bottom we have the blue, red, white piece that needs to go here. So instead of just bringing that one piece over, you're gonna bring them both together and put them in the correct slot at the same time. So that's the advantage with F2L. Now, instead of telling you to hide the corner and all that kind of stuff, just look at how the pieces would pair up together. Okay, so take a look at this. You see here the edge, and here is the corner piece. Hopefully you guys can see it on camera. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm doing the same like all the other YouTubers are telling you, but just without confusing you with words. Just what I did is paired these two up. So it was in this place, and since I see this is blue on top and this is blue on top as well, all I needed to do is bring this piece over so it matches with the other piece. Now bring it above the correct slot, so above the blue and red slot right here. Then open that slot up like this, put the two pieces in and bring them back down. So you got another pair. So we got this pair and this pair. Now this is a more difficult example because here we have green and red next to each other, but as you can see, red is on top right here and green is on top right here. So for this, it's most easiest if you watch what I do. Just watch. Okay, so I'll just bring this down, the corner down. I move over the edge to the other side. Okay, then bring this back up. So now they are across from each other. Now when you move this corner up like this, now they match, as you can see. So now it's a match. But of course now you're messing up this piece in the cross. So first, before you do that, move the corner piece over to the corner that it needs to go into. So red and green. So move it to this place right here, between the red and the green. And now you can do the move like I just showed you. Insert and bring back down. And now you got your third pair. And now the last pair, they're next to each other, but also different colors, as you can see, blue and orange. So this is a little bit more difficult, but once you understand how F2L works, it actually becomes really easy. Then still it's a bit of a challenge to do it the most efficient way, but this video is just about understanding how it works. So not about the most efficient way to do it, but just to understand what F2L is and how it works. So instead of just bringing this piece down, because this piece needs to go right here, then of course you would mess up your cross again on the bottom. So to get this piece into here, what you would do is move this up, move this down so it matches with the rest, and bring it down. Now you have the bottom, but of course now you didn't have the edge next to it. So just to start from the beginning again, like this. The most easy way to make this pair go together into the correct slot is like this, as far as I know. It's like this. So you move it up, move this down, move this back, then move this up again, take it out, and now you can insert it like this. You see, and those are all the 4 F2L pairs. So here's another example, but this time from my point of view. So this is how you would see it in your own hands. So first we're gonna make a cross real quick. Okay, so we got a cross on the bottom, and now we got lucky again. We already got a free pair. So here we get the orange and blue pair. Here we see orange, here we see blue. We're gonna bring it next to the corner, so the edge is next to the corner. Then move this up, so we can move these 2 pieces out. Bring the corner over and bring it back down. So it's a match. So this is the first pair. So here we have our second pair, orange and green. But as you can see, they're not connected in the right way. So first we're going to separate these two, but
what is very important, if we just move this down and separate like this, we're gonna mess up our corner that we already solved. So before we do that, first make sure you move the pair over to a place where you can mess up the both of the corners. Or another option you have is, instead of moving this down, because then we would sorry because then we would mess up the pair. Instead of that, we can also bring this up, so like this, and then move it over this way. And now we also separated the two pieces, so that's another option you have. Always make sure you keep your pair that you already solved, just keep it solved, okay? So here we got the two right colors on top, both of them are orange and green on the side, but we need to match them up. So the easiest way to match them up is just to move this down, this corner, so we can move this over and bring it back up. Now we get another match. Now you see orange and green, bring it over with the edge next to the corner that it needs to go into, bring this over and bring it down. So we got another match. Now here we can already see red and green, so we can bring this corner right here over to that side, but now you can see it doesn't match. So you could just bring this edge over and the corner over to here, get the edge out and line them up together. Or what you could do is an easy trick that is called a sexy move, and in this case, because it's on the left side, you do it with your left hand. So it's like this, you move it up, left, down, and right, or sorry, that's left actually. So up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left. And now they're paired up together. If this would be on this side, you would do it with this hand. You would do it like this, 1, 2, 3, and you do it 3 times. And once you did it 3 times, then this side would be just like this, but because it's on the left, you do it with your left hand. But of course, this is the blue and red slot, and we need to bring it into this slot between green and red. So we're gonna take it out, move it over, bring this back down to solve our cross. Now move the edge next to the corner that it needs to go into, move it up, push it over, and bring it back down. So that is solved. And now the last one, the edge is already in place, but the corner is still right here. So to get this match up, we're gonna take out the edge first, but we want to make sure that we can match up the edge and the corner in an efficient way. So we're gonna make sure that when we take this out, that it's across from red. So here you can see it's across, but not in the right way, because here's white, and we want to match it up by doing this move. So as you can see, it needs to be right here, so we can move it like this next to each other. But of course, if we would move this over, then the corner would also move. So how to solve this? We're gonna first, before we take out this edge, we're gonna move this corner over. So we're gonna move it to this side. Now we take out the edge, so it's across from each other in the right way. Push this to the side, bring back down to solve the cross. And now it is opposite of each other. So now when you match it up, it is a match. But of course, you don't want to do it there, because then you would mess up the other pair. So first, bring this corner over to the correct slot that it needs to go into. Then you see it's across from each other. So you can pair this up like this and push it over and bring it back down. And that's all the first 2 layers done. Okay, so here's one more example, but a little bit more quickly. So first we're gonna make our cross. Okay, so that's the cross done. And now we got lucky again, 3 pair. So move this over, push it in, boom, that's the first pair. Now here we got the second pair. So bring this down, move this back over, match it up, bring the edge next to the place where it needs to go to, insert it. Okay, then the next one we got these 2, orange and green. So I'm gonna move this over so it's across from each other. Then move the corner onto the correct slot, match it up, bring back together and down. And the last part, this is the move I was talking about, the triple sexy move. So it's already above the correct slot but in the wrong way. So when you have white on top, all you need to do is this and do this 2 more times, so 3 times in total, and then it would be solved correctly.
So this was the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, then please make sure to click the like button and also subscribe to my channel. You can subscribe right here. And if you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll answer them for you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.